Okay, so first I want to talk to you about... Oh, go ahead. What kind of camera are you working with there?
I'm very new to this, but I've become kind of obsessed.
When
It's a
did you
Minolta
start?
X700.
When did you start?
4 months ago or
Oh,
something.
nice. I didn't know if it was like a pandemic hobby or something.
No,
Okay.
even more recent.
Okay, very nice. But so I wanted to talk to you first about being what I assume you were for this is a Texas tour guide for your castmates. Where'd you take them? What'd you guys do?
I was, and there were some spots that were hits, but it had been a while since I had been back whenever we filmed, and so much has changed. And I live pretty far east, and we were staying more central, so I kind of had to figure the city out all over again. Sea Boys, always great. I mean, I know it's nothing original, but when I get back, yes, barbecue sounds amazing, but Uchi is what I really, really have to have.
What do you get at Uchi?
What do I get? I usually just whatever they recommend as far as nigiri, sushi, the old school hatate, I recommend.
Well, and so were you able to kind of discover Texas in a new way while you guys were doing this? Because I know you went all over the place in Central Texas. Did you find anything new?
Actually, there were some little towns that I had never driven through because we were all over. I mean, some of the times the commute was a few hours. So, just a ton of little towns. Yeah.
Well, and why didn't you guys film this in North Texas where the actual event took place? Can you talk about that at all?
I don't know. Locations has, because you're also trying to find neighborhoods that look like they, exist in that time. So it was a giant puzzle to put together. There's so many locations, so many different churches. So I think it was easier to put the pieces together here for whatever reason.
I was hoping you were going to be like, Central Texas is the best in the world.
I mean, I do love Central Texas, yeah.
But it's okay. About the show, what intrigues you about the show? Why'd you sign up for it?
Well, the first thing I read was the Texas Monthly article, and it's just really grabs you immediately, and the fact that it's all true is pretty shocking. And even in the article, the characters are just so interesting. The decisions these people make. So that was what initially drew me to it, and then talked to Leslie and David, and they're both crazy, talented, lovely people, and then the cast they put together was amazing. So it was just, and the fact that it shot here, it was like no real downside. Yeah.
Okay, well, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. This isn't the first adaptation of this story. What do you think is so captivating about it?
Well, I guess I think, like Lily and I, we come from theater. So to us, to tell a story multiple ways, multiple times, is very normal. Most stories, as we know, come from very few stories of history, of like Greek dramas, and we can draw back on themes throughout our humankind. And so I just think that when you have a good story that makes people question why... Sorry, someone's screaming, and it's very distracting when that happens. But anytime you have characters that are trying to do the right thing and it all goes wrong, I think that makes us as an audience curious about ourselves, the decisions we would make, empathy. I think they're all very relatable characters who are trying to fill deep holes in their lives.
Yeah.
So But yeah, I do think that stories that are good are just told over and over and over again for generations.
Oh, I'm very excited. And so you were talking about characters who are trying to do good and things go wrong. Can you talk a little bit about maybe did Scarlet Witch relate to this at all in any way?
I never think about that actually while doing this show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, well, awesome. Where'd you guys eat when you were in Austin?
Oh God, lots of places. I tried out a different place every weekend, really. But when you ask me that question, I wish I reviewed a year ago. I can't remember anything.
An age? Is it
Perth?
Uchi?
Heath, Perth?
Everyone's been talking about Uchi.
Yeah, Uchi's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there.
Yeah.
I went so many places, but I don't like Lola's, is that a place? I don't know.
That
Yeah.
sounds fun, though.
Yeah, wine bar.
Yeah.
Places. Yeah.
Hestia?
Hestia. Fabulous.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, and did you have any other, I know you guys got to go to a lot of little small towns.
Yes.
Did you discover anything? Did you swim in the San Marcos River?
All I know is I walked the same stairs from Waiting for Guffman, and that made me, secured anything I needed to see or do here. Yeah. I got to climb those stairs when Catherine O'Hara is trying to say, Corky, Corky, we love you, we want you to live, and I got to stand on those steps.
That's amazing.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and this isn't your first time at South by. Can you
It
talk
is.
about what South by means to you?
It is my first time at South
Oh, I
by.
thought you had another movie premiere here.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm lying. Okay, well, how's it going?
I really don't think so, but you might be right, but I really don't
It's okay.
think so.
How's it going?
It's great. We filmed here. It's nice to return here. It's nice to be all back together.
Yeah.
And it's a very familiar place for us, except it all looks different because of the
That's the
festival,
vibe.
and I usually avoided it when we were here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought that was purposeful, stand there.
Directing you, the sweater directing you. I love what you have on. It's so cute. Anyway, what was it like getting to film in Central Texas? Have you been here before? What's the history?
I'd been to the festival before. I'd never shot in Texas before, and it was such a, it was a great thing to be able to shoot a show that takes place in Texas. And I was just saying, for me, because Betty and her husband are transplants. They didn't grow up in Texas. They're from Kansas, and so that sort of added an extra thing too. Just having transplanted myself for the duration of the shoot to Texas, and sort of finding my way around, just like she was. She wasn't born and bred, and she had to figure out how to move through the community.
Well, and so did you go to any local haunts for food? Do you have any favorite stuff that you visited?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What is that sushi place that was the greatest sushi I've ever? Yeah. There's nothing better. Oh yeah. Jesse was always at the bar.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite dinners I've had, and I had it multiple times. I love the Saint Cecilia. I love listening to music. We were working hard, so yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, and so how did you prepare to be a victim, to be axe murdered? I'm so sorry.
I know, it's such a... it was, I've shot a lot of sort of brutal death scenes in my career, and this one was the hardest.
Yeah. Why
I
is
think.
that?
It happened. Yeah.
Okay, so, are you excited for today? What are we feeling?
Yeah, I'm excited. I always get a little bit nervous. It's so nice to be together. We've all stayed in pretty close touch, but we haven't been together as a group. I've seen everyone kind of individually. So it's really nice to be together in Austin where we were.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.